Sammy Spider's first Passover. Sammy Spider's first Passover. There's a book of shapes. It has triangles and a circle and a rectangle. Sammy Spider was fast asleep in his little web high up on the Shapiro's living room ceiling. As the warm spring sun shone through an open window, Sammy snuggled deeper into his cozy web. Here's Sammy. There's the sun. And a sudden swishing noise startled him awake. His mommy came in and he screamed, "A monster has broken our web!" But it was just a broom. I probably have a little baby on my lap. Sammy scurried down across the floor from his corner, hiding in the ceiling, and he saw the Shapiros with a broom, and they were cleaning and sweeping. And Josh asked, "What's going on? What are we doing?" But they were cleaning for Passover because it was Passover time. And each spring that happened, so they cleaned up to prepare in the springtime. So they took down Sammy's web to prepare for Passover. And Sammy wondered, "How do I make a web?" And his mother said, "I'll teach you how. We will make it to celebrate Passover too." "Silly little Sammy," laughed Mrs. Spider. "Spiders don't celebrate Passover. Spiders spin webs. We begin by spinning one thread. Then we spin a second and a third. Finally, we spin a fourth to make a square." But Sammy wasn't listening. "What is Mr. Shapiro putting on the table?" he asked. "That's called matzah," Mrs. Spider replied. "Tonight is the first night of Passover, and the Shapiros will have a special meal called a Seder." Then Mrs. Shapiro brought in a big platter with a roasted egg, a bone, parsley, haroset, and bitter herbs. These were the different things on the Seder plate. And spiders eat flies and other insects. To catch them, we spin a web. And I need your help. Watch me attach a circle to the inside of our web. So they put a circle in the middle. But Sammy wasn't listening. He was hovering on a silky strand above the table, watching the Shapiros at their Seder. Crunch went the matzah as Mr. Shapiro broke it in half. Sammy watched him wrap one of the broken pieces in a bright red napkin. When Josh wasn't looking, Mr. Shapiro hid it in the top of the bookcase. Sammy climbed back up to the ceiling. "Mother," he asked, "why did Mr. Shapiro hide the matzah?" "It's called the afikomen," Mrs. Spider answered. "After the meal, Josh will try to find it. If he does, he'll get a prize." "What fun," Sammy said. "Can I play too?" "Silly little Sammy," said his mother. "Spiders don't celebrate Passover. Spiders spin webs. And I really need your help to spin a triangle inside the circle." But Sammy wasn't listening. He looked longingly at the hidden afikomen. "All right," sighed Mrs. Spider. "You may watch the Seder for a while." Sammy quickly crossed the ceiling and stopped right above the bookshelf as Josh finished reciting the 4 questions. 1, 2, 3, 4. He listened as the family sang Passover songs and took turns reading the story of Moses, who led the Jews to freedom. The Shapiros began their Seder meal, and Sammy had never seen so much food. There was matzah, salad, matzah ball soup, looks like a chicken or turkey, and the Seder plate. At last, it was time to search for the afikomen. Sammy wished he could help, but he remembered his mother's words. "Spiders don't celebrate Passover." Swinging from a strand of webbing, he watched as Josh searched every corner of the room. He's looking all over, behind the TV, behind the clock, in the flowers, behind the couch. When Josh neared the bookshelf, Sammy got excited. Look, there it is. Something shiny caught Josh's eye. It was an amazing little web with a beautiful Jewish star inside. Wow, breathed Josh. As he went closer to look, he spotted the afikoman just below the glistening web. So there's the web, and there's Sammy, and there's the afikoman. Wow, I found it, he squealed. So excited. Sammy glowed with pride. I did it, Mother. I helped Josh find the afikoman. And you also spun a beautiful web, Mrs. Spider answered. You used all the shapes I taught you. In his excitement, Sammy didn't even know that he had spun a web. As he looked back at the bookshelf, he beamed. It was easy, Mother. You make a square, a circle, and a triangle. Then you pass over with another triangle. That's how spiders celebrate Passover. And that's how we celebrate Passover.